Heading to Maui, and if you always want to see turtles, well, actually these are Hawaiian green turtles. This is one spot where apparently at all times you're going to see around about 40 turtles, and you can see them there. They kind of look like, some of them look like rocks, but no, most of those rocks are in fact turtles, and I just guess they just come ashore to, I don't know, escape predators, rest, whatever. And as you can see, we're right on the beach, and just out there, see people surfing. This is Hookapa, Hookipa Park or State Park. So if you come to Maui, always want to see turtles. That's what you're going to see. I mean, they're not moving much, so don't expect too much action, so to speak. Most of those lumps of rock are not actually turtles. And if you wait long enough, you actually see some of them move.
Hawaiian green turtle.
Hawaiian green turtles, according to Feast next to me. And this is my first dip into any of Hawaii's Pacific waters. On Maui right now. I haven't gone far from the beach, have I? But there's one turtle behind Feast there, a couple more over there. Right behind them, 100 yards behind, Mama's fish house, which is normally booked out a few months in advance apparently. We could have actually got a reservation for 2:15 today. It has been raining, so I guess somebody cancelled, so you can always try that sort of thing if you really want. It's not cheap. I mean, it's supposed to be very good, as well as it should be if you're going to pay $100 for food. But as you can see, it's not actually right on the beach, so I don't know. But anyway, and the water is, at least this part of the water, it's not cold. It's pleasant, must admit.
Well, no sooner had I got out of the car when Feast said, "Oh look, there's a turtle down there." So you can see the car. I deliberately faced forward so you could kind of get this sort of view from the front seats. Here we go. No camping or sleeping in vehicles. Mahalo, Mama's fish house. Yeah, and Feast just saw at least one turtle just down there. It's gone back under now, so there's at least one down there. Just quickly to tell you where we are, just there is Mama's fish house, which is a really popular place. A little difficult to get reservations actually, I have to admit. I mean, you can get them, I think, 3 months in advance, that kind of thing, but I mean, we've been here a few weeks, but anyway, so if you do want to go to that place, and a few months in advance what day and sort of what time, I would book it as soon as you know for sure. Otherwise, you may not be lucky. But anyway, yes, that's Mama's fish house, and there's the beach, and so there's the beach, and so Mama's fish house is not right on the water, and as you can see, it's just the one level. So, it occurred to me that it may not be the best place for a beach view, because even if you're sitting at one of those tables next to the window, right, there's no al fresco, no sitting outside, but even if you were sitting at one of those tables next to the window, you got all these palm trees in the way and all this stuff. So it's not going to be one of those idyllic beach ocean views. I mean, it can't be. So, if you want to go to the restaurant just for that kind of view, then I don't know, I wouldn't, unless I'm missing something here, but I just, apparently it's just, the food's really good, it's a little expensive, which is fine, right? It's really good. Anyway, so that's Mama's fish house. this is the beach right in front of us. And what's it called? Hukapā State Park. That's about, I don't know, half a mile up that way. And this is where Fis and I had our first weekend. I mean, on that weekend, we came here on the Saturday. So that was a few weeks ago. And when we came here last time, there were some turtles on the beach. So let's wander down now. We brought Lady with us. There she is. Lady's fostered. She's about 9 years old. We kind of think she's deaf or extremely hard of hearing. Anyway, so okay. A few more people on the beach this time than there were a few weeks ago. Do you remember there were some turtles down at about 3 or 4 turtles down at the other end? Do you think they're in the water now? Because we saw some a few minutes ago.
Yeah. A few of them. There were some just where you were standing.
Over there. I mean, personally, if I was a turtle, because you kind of see them trying to swim in the water, and you think, well, where are they swimming to and why? I mean, unless it's really urgent, they'll just find some shade on the beach and relax. But I don't know. I'm not a turtle, so I don't know. Anyway, so all right. So it seems as though the best place to see turtles now is actually in the water itself. All that state park, because when we were there a few weeks ago, there were something like 40 turtles just hanging around on the beach. So I guess if we really, really wanted to see turtles now, we'd go, we'd just got there. Or just look in the water. I mean, I suppose, if I looked long enough, I'd see some swimming along. So still on the beach, outside Mama's fish house, and look what I've just seen. You can see a turtle. Looks as though it's coming. Oh, there's another one. Okay, this one there's coming out of the water. Look at that. And there's one already out of the water. How about that? This one there. Let's see. So you got to keep 10 feet, 3 meters away from them, and then apparently under some circumstances it can be up to a $10,000 fine. I don't think that kid should be doing that. Where's his parents? Anyway, so this fella's coming out of the water, and he's got a couple of people sitting on beach chairs just right there. And where's this one going? This one's got a couple of people right in front of him.
Don't go to the canoe. Come to the side. Come to the side. Come on.
I guess this fella's trying to make a decision as to whether he's actually going to come ashore or not. He's got people in the way. And look at that. And look at this fella there. That fella there is deliberately stopped, just a yard in front of those people. And obviously that turtle made that decision. And this is just, you say we've just arrived here. Oh yeah. Oh look, now this one's turning around. Oh no, what's he gonna do? You see how slow they are? They can't help it. Well, slow, not in the water, of course. Look at that, he's turned around and has decided to go back in, maybe because those people were in the way, but I suspect those people were there before he was, and now I keep saying he, you know what I mean. He's off again. Look at that. This is just, you're just casually sitting around on the beach, minding your own thing, and then this turtle comes up. How about that? Oh, and see, now these people have actually decided, I don't know if they've decided to move out of the way. The turtle's trying to decide whether to go forward or not, and the people have stood up and, wow, isn't this something?
So much faster in the water. The current
And apparently these turtles are pretty much here all year round. You see a fella's snorkeling over there. Now this doesn't look to be the greatest snorkeling, right? And
Oh, he must be getting a pee.
oh,
Maybe.
oh, he might be getting some.
No.
No,
He is. You think he's just
there's some little. What do you call it? A shellfish?
Yeah.
Shellfish called opihi, which apparently it's on the rocks, isn't it? And
Uncle said there's a lot over there. Uncle Leonard.
yeah, we just met a fella who collects them. Well, he picks them and sells them for $25 a largish bag. But he says he's not doing it today because the water's too rough. So that fellow over there might just be snorkeling. No, maybe not, because that looks to be that younger fella there. He looks so he's got snorkeling gear as well. It looks. So I was going to say, it looks like a local, so maybe he's looking for these opihi as well. Yeah, and you see he's got a rod with like a noose at the top of it. So maybe he's up to something else. Yeah, so
Oh, maybe they're not snorkeling then. Maybe they're trying to find opihi.
yeah, so
Maybe
yeah,
they're
I
not
think
snorkeling.
so. They're not snorkeling.
Yeah.
And you know, when you look at this here, you know, it doesn't look the greatest snorkeling anyway, because you've got that ledge there. Because the other side of the ledge, you know, I mean, you can't really swim in that. I mean, you've got those rocks there. How about yeah? So I'm guessing those two fellas are catching stuff. And honey, we got a what time? Because we got a reservation soon, right? Okay. Where's this turtle here? Oh yeah. Now see these people here, they've moved out the way. Because I guess they weren't sure if the turtle wanted to come, you know, carry straight on or not, and didn't because the people were in the way. But those people have moved out the way, and there he is. Yeah. And yeah, it's interesting is that other turtle decided to do a U-turn and head back in, and I mean it's kind of great. I find this interesting. It turned around and it decided to go back in, maybe because those people were in the way, but
Now he's back.
I suspect those people were there before he was, and now he came. Well, I'm gonna have to talk a bit louder now, a bit windier, and we've moved probably about 3 miles further north than where we were. This here is Baby Beach, and last time Feast was here, she said she saw a big turtle, but as you can see, I was a turtle, I wouldn't want to, you know, haul myself out here, so presumably up there. But as you can see, you know, like none of these beaches are really great for swimming. I mean, as you can see, that the waves are up a bit now. I don't know if this is normal. It probably is on the north coast, to be honest. And you can see not just these rocks, but you can see what's behind it there. And I mean, this is great, like as a bathing pool, I suppose. Fish ponds, I think they call them. And back in the day, that's one way that they used to catch fish, because they'd have fish that would get stuck in that sort of thing and couldn't get out. And so it was like, and you know, they're still alive. And it was like having fresh fish the whole time. You know, you just wanted some fresh fish, so just wandered into the fish pond, and you know, they're swimming around, so you just pick what you fancy. And so I don't know if this was a fish pond, but it wouldn't surprise me. And you see, it's great for people as well. You know, if you got kids, I suppose this is all pretty good. But there may be a few rocks out of sight. I guess not. You know, where those people are, it's probably clear, I suppose, or else those people wouldn't be there. And it goes up a bit as well. You can see it kind of goes up a little bit, And most of the people here are probably locals, to be honest. Anyway, so I'd be surprised if I saw any turtles now. And you see, this is all a souvenir of Hawaii's, you know, geology and, you know, volcanoes and all of that stuff. You know, this reddish color is possibly from I'm guessing iron oxide, and over the years, as things have, over millions of years, as things have been ground down, you know, once upon a time, I guess this would all have been red hot molten lava, I suppose. Anyway, and you can see how it is. I think the airport's about 3 or 4 miles that way. But you see, yeah, you could go swimming in this for sure. And you know, so who knows? There may be turtles going up and down. I mean, not there at any sense, of course, but you know. Anyway, I just remembered something, and I had a thought. And I acted upon it. And here, okay, well, firstly, let's say, you see some people on the left-hand side using this pond area, for one of a better expression, as a bathing area, which is a great idea. Lots of rocks there, mind. But how about this fella here? There is one turtle. And it's the only one. I can't see any others. Not too sure. I guess this fella doesn't mind being solitary because can't see any others around. Anyway, so he's ready, and she's ready to make a quick dash back to the water. But a quick dash for those things, of course, is at like 1 mile an hour. But never mind. Anyway, so yeah. So I don't know if there's normally. Peace was saying that there's normally one turtle here at all times. So I don't know if it's this one. I must go. Go in the water every now and then, I suppose. But I'm gonna tell you exactly where we are, in case you want to see this one solitary fella. If you want to see a bunch of them, I'd be tempted to sort of go up to Hawai'i Point. It's something like HOOKIPA apostrophe I, or something like that. And I actually think you can get one of the buses that go really close to it, because it's just, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile past Mama's Fish House. So obviously a car's a lot easier, isn't it? I mean, the buses are fine when, you know, if you know the bus schedule and then you sort of, you know, work around it. But most of these buses only go like once an hour, sometimes once every hour and a half. You know, but if you kind of adapt, then it's fine. And as I mentioned before, Feast has a disabled placard because for me, if she shows that on the bus, she only pays $1 instead of $2. This is where we are. Okay, Wildwood Point, Baby Beach. So I'm not sure. I think somebody said the closest one is Baby Beach, and this whole thing is Wildwood Point. But anyway, either way. And yeah, and we're back on this little path up to the cars. Can you see, subscribers, there's a turtle there, and the trail that he or she made just there, just gone back in the water. And we're not sure if she's trying to find a way out, but you can see all these rocks, so that, you know, that could be a bit awkward, right? You see the top is shut.
Yeah, I can see him.
Look, it's like he's climbing over the rock to try and get out. Well, how about that?
Baby beach turtle. He's too hot, so he's getting himself wet.
come back in and we'll ask you a second. Probably just pick out the top of his shell there. Okay, I don't know how well you can see this, but there's the turtle there, and it's like, I don't want to say it, but I don't want to say he or she, but it's like the turtle is trying to climb over the rocks in order to sort of get out of this little area here, which is surrounded by rocks, and can kind of, you know, sort of trap them, I suppose. I mean, yeah, that's what it looks like. She is trying to get out by clambering over the rocks, and is having some problems. So I don't know where the tide is right now. And even then, if the turtle gets beyond that point there, you can see that rocky ledge all the way along. You can see it like all the way over left to right over there. And then the turtle will have to sort of somehow clamber over that, you know, to sort of get to the ocean, so to speak. Well, it's quite an arduous task if that's what the turtle is trying to do. But that's sure what it looks like. The turtle's trying to, you know, clamber over the rocks. I mean, you can't really see the rocks from here because they're underwater, but they're enough so that the turtle doesn't have a clear path. And look there. I mean, at first glance, you could actually think that the turtle shell is a rock, but you know, when you look at it for a few seconds longer, you know, it's moving, right, and it looks a bit different. Wow, look. Wow, that's and of course, you know, what made the turtle decide to sort of, you know, go for a swim, so to speak. Well, that last turtle figured out that he or she couldn't get over the ledge, so swam all the way along this little channel here, having to avoid swimmers here and there, I have to say. Some are just swimming along, all of a sudden, like, there's this turtle in their way. But the turtle avoids them, and that turtle then came out through here and then out into the open ocean there. And, you know, maybe it's done it hundreds or thousands of times before, so it kind of knew what to do. So what happened? We just got here, and now what do we see? We see this fella. As you can see, this fella is heading back in. Different one, bigger than the last one. I mean, and how often do you see this? You know, you're just at a beach, and you know, every now and then you see a turtle, and you're going back into the water, and I suppose on other occasions you see them coming out of the water. And this fella looks as though he or she is taking his or her merry time, so to speak. But not long to go. And Fish was just saying that this one here was startled by a German visitor. And so it is 10 feet or 3 meters. You're supposed to keep away from these fellas. Okay. Water, almost there, big guy. How about that? And again, this one is now we've got our lady. No, you can't do that. Feast, you can't let lady loose like that. Ay. Oh dear me. She should know better. Anyway. You know, that last turtle, when it was having problems clambering over the rocks, it did occur to me that I could go into the water, lift it up, and place it over the rocks. But I don't know how heavy. I mean, that kind of thing looks a bit heavy, actually. That really does. Anyway, he or she is just about back in the water. And you know, you can see their eyes, you know, you can see them kind of like looking at you, and you know, but they are slow, and you can see how easy it is for them to be caught if one so desires. Of course, it's totally illegal, of course. You know, look at that. There's some more rocks out there, actually. You know, so maybe these fellas are used to the rocks, and you know, they've done this sort of thing hundreds of times, so they're kind of used to it. But there's definitely a few rocks. You can see them there, and just out a bit. Okay, this fella's now underwater again. Now you just see the top of the shell, and then of course when they get hit by a wave, they get pushed back in again. A couple of yards, a couple of meters, whatever. But I'm sure they're used to it, you know. I'm sure they must be used to it. I'm sure they try to avoid getting hit by waves if they can. There's the fella. There he is. Not easy, is it? Not easy. Now, of course, I'm not sure about predators out here. You know, there's whales, of course. Although, you know, this is the middle of middle of April. So a lot of those whales are on their way to Alaska. There are some types of sharks here. See, I think it's great when you see that. You see the turtle put its head up above water to breathe. I don't know how often they have to do that. That'd be a great picture, right? To sort of, you know, get a photograph of it as it's swimming towards you. You know, putting its head out of the water and checking out. But anyway, so oh, there it is again. Head out of the water again. If I zoom in here, I don't know. Okay, well, it looks as though that ledge finishes about there. So I guess they know to avoid that ledge. And to be honest, I'm not sure whether tide's coming in or out right now. That kind of thing makes a difference as well. Anyway, so yeah, so many places in the world, you've just been walking along the beach, you see turtles doing their thing. I wonder what would have happened had I not stopped my dog. What would have happened?
I would have got up. I just wanted her to go to the water.
What, knowing that a turtle was right there?
No, I didn't think she would go to the turtle. I'm sorry, subscriber.
You know, Feast is great at cooking, I swear, and everything to do with that sort of thing. But when it comes to other stuff, you know, none of us are perfect, are we? And just as a PS to this video, this is all part of Lady Beach. One of the nicest beaches that we've seen on Hawaii, on Maui so far. I think we've actually noticed it. But still, you know, not a great beach for swimming. Too many rocks, you know, waves, you know, it's a bit rough. But the beach itself is very pleasant, and you know, just for going in, say over on the left, you've got that bathing area. You've got kids and want to bring kids. This is all very picturesque, isn't it? I like this actually. I mean, I like the view anyway. Well, we're just walking back to the car, and there's another turtle. It's on the ledge, and Feast was just telling me that the previous turtle, when we first saw it, was resting like it had just come from the water. It looked quite content, like something was speaking German, not too close to it. didn't bark just then. So I'm just taking it. You know, I think our dog's forgotten how to bark. Oh my god. Anyway, and yeah, so the German-speaking people caused the turtles to go back into the water, which caused Feast to, you know, say, you got to stay away 10 feet, 3 meters. There are signs out saying about that sort of thing, actually. Anyway, and now, situation here. Well, the oddest thing, that turtle decided to go in for a swim. He's just gone back in the last few seconds. You can probably just make out the top of his shell there. There's the trail that he or she left. How about that? And you see it's like she is climbing up on top of a rock, and you see now he's gone. She has gone back under. How about that? Just happened. Anyway, so yeah, and another problem if you are driving to a place like this, it's the parking. It can be a problem actually. Lisa has a wonky right knee, so she actually has a disabled placard from California, which is actually good in on this date. Apparently, you know, the 50 states recognize each other's disabled placards, which is nice. Yeah, you can see some people, let's say windsurfing, you know, of course on this side of Maui there's greater wind, so if you're into those water sports that require wind, then this is the side of the island to be, for sure. Anyway, so that is that. Oh, we got a reservation for Mama's fish house tomorrow. So if we do take a video there, I shall just look in the top left-hand corner, or one of the corners, at the end of this video. But that's if I take a video there. You know, may not. Just depends. Anyway, so yeah, we're parked kind of awkwardly actually. I mean, not in people's way. It's just an extra sign that says no parking at any time, which is, you know, we've seen that a lot of times. You know, there's these signs, no parking at any time, and you know, a lot of times you see people parking there anyway, and some people say, hey, yeah, that's Maui. You know, it's not a mainland thing. Doesn't matter so much. But then about 10 minutes ago, we did see somebody giving like a county official giving somebody a parking ticket. So you know, I guess you never know. Anyway, where is she? There she is. There's the car. There's the sign, you see. No parking any time. And there we are. I washed this car a few days ago. Alright. Well, about 15 seconds ago, I saw a turtle just stick its head out of the water, just kind of there. And when they do that, you can just make out a little bit of their backs. Well, the rest of the, you know, but most of them, like icebergs, right? Most of them are in the water. So, you know, again, it can be a bit of luck in spotting these things. What's the name of this beach? Not sure, but the Days Inn hotel is just behind us, and apparently because of the seaweed here, a lot of seaweed around here, the turtles come up wanting to feed on that, and apparently they completely ignore human beings, and you know, they're just doing their thing. And apparently this is a really good beach for that sort of thing. You know, you kind of stand sort of by the seaweed, and like there was that one, oh, there it is there. Oh, I don't know if that's the same one. It's heading, he or she's heading out. But you know, it's almost certain there's a whole bunch more around here. And you know, I've seen. Oh, there it is. See, I can die. You probably can't make it out on this camera. How about that? But apparently, somebody was telling us sometimes the turtles would literally come right up to the shore and just stick their heads out of the water, look at the people, ignore them, and just carry on. There it is, there, doing their thing, looking for seaweed. Now, because I'm holding this camera, I'm reluctant to. I don't want to slip on this seaweed and hurt myself and damage the camera. But there is one just there. Maybe more than one, actually. Sometimes, you could get them mistaken for rocks, actually. But that, unless that's a moving rock, yeah, there it is. There, that's definitely a turtle. Apparently, sometimes they allow themselves to come in on the tide. There it is. There, just there. Where's he off to? Aye. Let's see if I can intercept. I've got to be careful because if I slip on this seaweed, that could be not good. So I'm aiming for the sandy bits with my feet. Did you see it right there? Just there. You see it there? Just right there. Aye. And apparently there's a load of them around here. See that fella, he's it's coming in with the tide, and then when the tide goes back out, there it is, just in front of us. See, it's going back out with the tide. I don't know, maybe they enjoy that. I don't know. How about that? Anyway, so where are we? Well, that's Lanai out there. There is Molokini, and behind it is that military place that's where they used to bomb, practicing, but that's still closed to people. That's the Days Inn, apparently, which isn't coming up on Google. You know, I guess they don't pay Google enough commission or something. There's that turtle. Well, there's a turtle. It's the same one. But apparently, if you are in the water with them, they just ignore people. And can you see it sticking its head out there? They just ignore people. They'll go around you. And one lady was telling us that she was somewhere around here, and there's so many of them. She was constantly having to sort of weave to avoid sort of bumping into them. So there could well be more than one, actually. Of course, they all look the same.